Hi everyone, I'm Adeline and welcome back to another episode of my channel, Adeline Shares. And in today's video, I will actually be touching on the cost involved in purchasing a HDB resale flat. And today's video is mainly tailored towards first-time HDB home buyers whom is actually unsure of the different costs involved throughout the entire HDB resale process. So without much further ado, let's get started. Okay, so as you can see from the timeline over here, the very first step is that you will have to pay your option fee of $1,000 once you have selected the unit which you really like and you have decided to purchase. And basically, you have 21 days to actually decide whether you want to proceed to exercise the option or not. So one day after the option date, you are actually supposed to request for a value from HDB, and actually this costs $120. So the valuation should be out within 4 to 7 working days. And once the valuation is out, you can then decide whether you want to proceed to exercise with the option or not. So let's say if decided to exercise, you will then have to transfer $4,000 to the seller. Okay, so after exercising of the option, you will then have to submit the Hdb resale application, and the resale application actually costs $80. And as you can see from the timeline, right, estimated is around 8 weeks from the submission, okay, all the way to the completion date. If you're using bank loan, you have to get ready your remaining 5% cash as well as a 20% CPF plus cash around 5 days before completion. And during completion date, definitely there's a few things that you have to pay as well. Number one will be the property tax prorated to seller, and estimated that's usually around $100 to $500. Moving on will be the agent fees. Market rate will be 1% of the purchase price plus 7% GST, and also buyer's stamp duty as well. So let's say if the flat that you're purchasing is below $1 million, then the formula will be 3% of the purchase price minus $5,004. But let's say if the property that you're purchasing is above $1 million, the formula will be 4% of the purchase price minus $15,400. And definitely not forgetting the cash over valuation. So if the COV is being incurred for a unit, you will have to pay the cash during completion as well. And also last but not least will be the lawyer fees. So if you're using a HDB lawyer, the average fees ranges from about $800 to $1,000. But if you're going for a bank loan and you're using a private lawyer instead, the average lawyer fees ranges from about $1,008 to $2,002, and all this can be paid using the CPF as well. Okay, so we have now come to the end of today's episode. So hope that you guys managed to learn something today. I actually did not go too in-depth into a timeline because my main focus was just to share what are the necessary and important costs while purchasing a HDB resale flat, and I'll go more in-depth into a timeline in the other episodes. So if you do have any other clarifications in which you would like to ask me one-on-one, do feel free to reach out to me as well. See you guys!